Hi there, it's Nicole here with some Lawn Fawn Reindeer Tiny Gift Boxes today. The Tiny Gift Box is one of those fantastic base kind of general dies from Lawn Fawn, and they have got incredible add-ons that work with this for all seasons. And of course, for the holiday season, they've added the Tiny Gift Box Deer add-on. And I thought it would be fun to create all of Santa's reindeer, including Rudolph, and make 9 little gift boxes. This was a little bit of an undertaking just because it is a lot of die cutting. And so I broke it down into die cutting all the pieces. And you can see there in the background, I have little stacks for all of them. By die cutting all my pieces first, it really eliminated the need to have to go back and forth to the die cutting machine. I simply made a little stack for each, and then I can start putting them together. The most time-consuming part of this project was the die cutting, but once you have that, you can just kind of sit there or stand there, however you like to craft, and put these together. So I've got a stack for each. I've got my stamp set out, and I've got my ink pad and embossing powder. Now this is a very die cut heavy project with the exception of one little thing. I'm using the Lawn Fawn MILO'S ABCs to customize each box. So one of the side panels with the legs that we are using, and I am stamping the reindeer's name on each box. I think these would be really cute as party favors. I think they would be cute as decor. You could put them all together in a little box or a basket or something, and give them little treats inside all of them and give them as a gift that can be used as decor later on. They're just really, really cute and fun. Once I have stamped the reindeer's name with MILO'S ABCs alphabet stamps on one of the panels, using the Lawn Fawn clear embossing ink, I'm going to sprinkle on Lawn Fawn white embossing powder, heat set that, and then start putting the box together. Now, because it's the same exact thing for each box, I'm only going to share creating 1 or 2 of these on camera because it is going to be just the same thing, and then I will show you how I embellished them because I always like to add a few extra finishing touches. I highly recommend using a bone folder to score the lines of your box. It's going to help your box retain the correct shape. So I like to do all my scoring. I put a little score tape on 4 tabs. These are the 4 tabs that are going to hold your box together. I like to make sure and use a nice strong adhesive on those tabs because then you don't have to worry about your box popping apart. I have found score tape works really, really well. So once I have that, I'm just going to assemble the box, press the little tabs all together, go ahead and put the box lid in, and then I'm going to start adorning it. And I'm using the Lawn Fawn glue here, and I'm going to put the side panels. You could do this however you want. In fact, as I worked on this, I did find it was a little bit easier to assemble the side panels, put the little reindeer hooves on when it was still flat, and then I put the whole panel on the box. But I'm also using a little tool to pick up any of those small pieces because there are quite a few small pieces here, and put those in place. If you need to put something heavy on top to hold that flat, I like to use acrylic blocks, so I use that a lot while creating this. I find it is easier, especially with the face panel, to go ahead and assemble that while the panel's flat. Don't try to put the panel on the box and then add all of the elements. So I've got my face. I'm going to layer the background piece behind the eyes and then pop this onto my face panel. All of the cardstock I'm using is Lawn Fawn cardstock. They have such a fantastic wide array of colors. This really works great. Again, using my little tool to pick up all the small die cut pieces. We've got the little nose piece, we've got cheek pieces. There are a couple of different noses. So if you don't want to do the little kind of smiley face nose on all of them, you could mix it up. I did the same face on all, and then that extra little individual nose piece for Rudolph, I die cut that from red and layered that on, but you could definitely mix and match. I also mixed and matched the kind of accessories. So some of them are going to have holly and berry, and some will have the little bow tie. You could also go through your dies and find additional kind of accessories if you wanted to do some different looks. I made my reindeer an assortment of browns. So between the 3 brown shades from Lawn Fawn, I mixed and matched. I did not want all of my boxes to be exactly the same, but I wanted them to be very close. So I grabbed 3 different shades of brown and then the vanilla malt, which is that creamy color, that kind of ivory color. And from there, I just mixed and matched my elements for all of my reindeer boxes. Again, using my acrylic blocks to hold things flat. The tail has layering pieces. I like to put that little tabbed piece at the back because it's perfectly made that if you use that as the back of your box, your tail will fit there, and I'll show you that in a second. The Lawn Fawn liquid glue works amazing for this project. Put a little glue back behind the head to glue the reindeer antlers in place. Now the little hearts that I am putting on the back end of each of my reindeer, that is actually from the scalloped box card pop-up. You could grab a heart die from anything. So there are heart dies in so many different Lawn Fawn die collections. I just grabbed one that was sized appropriately, but if you don't have that exact one, look and see what kind of heart dies you have. But I think a little heart on the back end, if you guys follow me, you know that lots of times with any of my little critters, I like adding little hearts on the little bums on the back. I don't know why, just something fun, and it dresses up the back of the box. Don't forget the reindeer's little spots there, or the deer spots. I think they really add a beautiful finishing touch. I die cut those from vanilla malt and then added those to both sides of each deer box. Glossy accents on the eyes and the nose. We are going to let that dry completely. Once dry completely, we will take a white gel pen and add some little highlights to the nose and eyes. Blizzard white Nuvo crystal drops, which is a sparkly clear on the cheeks, and then either the berries if you're using the holly and berries, or the bow tie if you're using the bow tie. Here is where I smartened up, and I started really doing this a little bit quicker. I added lots of drops of glue. I've got all my little elements laid out here. And we are going to layer on the hooves while the panels are flat. This is where a little tool comes in so handy, because all these little pieces you don't have to try to pick up with your fingers. This is by far my favorite little tool as well. It comes in so handy. Layering the nose on Rudolph. This is one of those boxes where I did a different nose, so I used the layering piece so he'd have a red nose. All the little spots on the side. Picking all these up, popping those in place. And this one did not want me to pick it up. And then we can glue those all to the box. I also did my little holly and berry here. Just to give him a little embellishment, little drop of glue on the back of the box. So here's where I'm adding those little hearts, just a fun little touch. Glue the little tail so that when you're looking at the box, it has a cute little finished back end as well. And then we'll glue on all of our panels. So the panels on each side, kind of let that dry a little bit, and then I'll flip it around and glue on the face panel. I'm going to take that white pen, add some little highlight detail, eyes, nose. Once the eyes and the nose and everything on the front is completely dry, I did add a layer of glossy accents on the little heart on the back end. So flipping it over and letting it dry. Dry time is going to add a little bit of time to these projects. So if you don't have that time, you can definitely leave this off. It's just as cute without. I just like the little glossy raised heart. You could also consider die cutting those little hearts or the other embellishments from glitter cardstock and not having to add the Nuvo crystal drops to it. That will also eliminate a little bit of dry time. You could add googly eyes. You could add eye stickers. So there's lots and lots of different options here. Just finishing up each of these little boxes. So I would add the white detail, pin detail, flip them around and add the glossy accents to the little hearts on the back end. I think these are just so super cute, really fun, adorable little gift boxes. You could even maybe tuck them into a stocking if you wanted to. Give them as party favors if you're having holiday get-togethers. Everybody gets a little box with little treats, mints, whatever you want to put in there. Just a really cute and fun project. I love that there are so many awesome critter add-ons for all of these tiny gift boxes. Makes for adding a super fun little project and gives you so many ways to use these tiny gift boxes rather than just the way they come. It's an amazing little box just the way it is, but with all of the add-ons and different little critters you can make out of it, it just makes for an adorable little project. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off Rudolph now. And then I'm going to show you all of the finished boxes all together. So we have all of Santa's reindeer, including Rudolph. If you have air bubbles, that's what I was using the tip of my Spellbinders Tool-in-One. It has that little sharp tip. I was popping air bubbles in the glossy accents on the eyes. And something sharp, a straight pin or something like that, will pop those little air bubbles so that it doesn't dry with the air bubble in that area. Here is a look at the finished boxes. I don't have anything inside mine yet, but you can kind of get a feel for all of the different colors. They all go together, but I think the variety of browns really adds to the overall look of these and just finishes them off so super nicely. Aren't they cute? I just think they are so adorable and so fun. And there's how it opens and it shuts. You can reuse these as many times as you want. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these Lawn Fawn tiny gift box reindeers. Great little gift boxes. The supplies I used to create the project are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Lawn Fawn stamps and dies that you might be interested in. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.